Hey guys, this is Daniel.
And Matthew. Here we are in person because we are that damn brand. Ha! Yep, we're coming to you live and in person. And we're ready to do another amazing video podcast.
Yep. All of them are amazing.
True enough. So the first thing we wanted to mention is kind of a hot topic these days, and unfortunately, no, it's not Fortnite. It's actually Sea of Thieves.
I don't think we ever mentioned Fortnite.
Well, it's the hottest thing in gaming, and of course we're not going to mention it. Why would we?
It's another COD in my opinion. Not gameplay-wise, but the whole fad. But anywho.
Yes, anywho, we can probably speak at length on Fortnite a different time. In a future video, mayhaps. Anyway, yes, Sea of Thieves, the most recent news regarding Sea of Thieves, if you haven't already watched our review video or some of our gameplay footage, it has come out recently that there are hackers in Sea of Thieves. And what people are doing is apparently they're initiating, downloading some software or whatever, bypassing Rare and Microsoft's security measures. And the hack allows them to see everyone within the map, like all the other NPCs, all the other players, where all the buried treasure is located, where the skeletons are. You're able to give yourself double or even triple health, and it's just completely ruins the game. Like, to me, that just seems outrageous, and I don't understand why someone would need to cheat in a game like Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, the very little game that there was in there kind of ruins it. But I just don't see why you would want to do that, first off. Like, the game itself, it just doesn't seem... I don't know. I'm trying to come up with...
I mean, yeah, I can't justify any reason why anyone would do that. Like, I guess if you're that shitty at gaming, you're like, I'm going to pay money and download a cheat, because I guarantee you that the companies that are making this aren't giving it away for free, so they're paying for this. And while Microsoft and Rare have taken a stance of, we're looking into it and plan to combat it, obviously they haven't done enough for it to even get past them in the first place. So,
well, to think about the game, how it's set up, how the core concept of the game, it's really a game about griefing. You would think that you would want to do everything you can to stop cheaters.
Yeah, I mean, the whole concept of pirates being assholes and thieving and stealing, but I feel like the only thieves right now are Microsoft and Rare, because they've taken our money and under-delivered on their product.
They really talked that game up a lot. And yeah, I've been going back and watching a lot of their old ads, and they really never lied to us. It's just their ads are all there was to do in the game. We just assumed that there would be more, because that's how most games are.
Well, and that's how, marketing works. You basically accentuate the positives and mask the negatives.
Yeah. Excellent marketing campaign, Rare. You got us all.
Kudos to you guys for tricking us into spending $60 on your game.
And kudos to everyone who did the Game Pass. I envy you.
You got the most value, like I said in our review. Yeah. Sea of Thieves, hacking. If we want to go into hacking, that's another topic we could probably just talk about on it, like in its own episode, because just the fact of people feeling like they need to cheat in games is just bad, especially if you want to pay money.
I just don't get what people get out of it, because if you're a really competitive person and you cheat,
the cheating, the competitive,
you know that your victory is
hollow.
Yeah, and then being invincible in itself, for being like, that just gets boring after a while. Like, have you ever turned on God mode in one of the old school games? It just sucks after a while. Like, at first it's cool, but then when there's no challenge, it's just, there's nothing to do.
Yeah, no, I agree. So, Sea of Thieves, fix your shit, and AKA Microsoft and Rare, fix your shit. And
add shit to do.
Yes, you guys have your work cut out for you. You really should have been an early access game, but...
Well, I think what they're... I bet you this is going to be another division.
No, you mentioned that in the review too. Yeah. So if you haven't by now, go and check out our Sea of Thieves review. It's on our YouTube page right now. There'll probably be a little card up at the top of the screen that says suggested Sea of Thieves review.
Click it.
After this video. Come back, note down the time, and then come back. But speaking of our YouTube page, we wanted to take a quick second and say thank you to everyone who's been supporting us. Our YouTube page is finally starting to pick up a little bit of momentum. We're getting a decent amount of views and likes.
It's been cool looking at I'm a very analytics person. I like seeing numbers, and it's cool seeing the numbers are going up. So
yeah, well, kind of. Everything except our subscriber count, but we'll get there. You know, it's slowly but steadily increasing. It's just not at the rate that we would like it to go, I guess. But yeah, again, thank you to everyone who supported us. And
it's part of the struggle.
Yeah, starving artists and all that.
Struggle's real.
But yeah, thanks. And we'll obviously be making more content in the future, and you know, obviously keep it locked to our YouTube page, and don't forget to check out our website as well. And again, that'll be somewhere for you to go to.
And if you haven't, subscribe.
Yes, please subscribe. It would be wonderful. So moving on from that, we wanted to take a second also to mention this game that's came out on Steam like yesterday or the day before. It came out very recently.
It's been recent. I don't know the exact date, but I remember us talking about it like 2 days ago.
It's called PixARK, like PixARK. And essentially it's what would happen if Minecraft and Ark Survival Evolves had a baby. Like that's
what it was. Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
I mean, and the thing that caught our attention most of all was I actually thought it was by the same developer, because the logo is basically the Ark logo, and if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. It has like the green, the red, and the blue, or whatever.
The try, whatever.
Yeah, and it's got an A, and so it's real noticeable. It's very recognizable. And so this PixARK Minecraft version has that, but obviously it's like the blocky Minecraft version of it. So that's what caught my attention initially. And so I went to the Steam page for this game, and I was checking to see if it was made by the same developer. Nope. It's completely different developers. So we're thinking that they're probably going to get sued or get some kind of cease and desist letter or something.
Yeah, for a small indie company, a cease and desist letter is all you need to take them out, especially with Ark being as big as it is and having some cash to throw into a problem. The indies won't even try to combat it and probably just rename their game or something. But
well, I mean, what can they do? Like, I mean, just looking at it, it's a blatant
ripoff. Blatant ripoff. I was the same thing. We both had to look into it and be like, is that Ark? And it wasn't.
Is it Ark Minecraft? Like Arkcraft?
Well, was it actually? Yeah. Was it actually related to Ark, or was it a spin-off? And it was a spin-off by a no-name developer.
Yeah. Like, can you imagine if some company that came out and started doing, like, let's say a Minecraft version of Fortnite, but they called it like Night Fort or something?
Or what if like someone like came out with a game based off of Player Unknown and then called it Fortnite? But anywho.
Oh shit, that's a good one. That's a really good one. But the difference is that Epic Games is not a small indie company though.
Yeah.
And in that scenario, neither is I think it's called Project Bluehole now, the developer of PUBG. It used to be its own thing.
If Ark attacked PixARK, they could attack them for trademark, while you can't do that with PUBG and Fortnite because the characters and whatever, the intellectual property is different, while the game is the same.
Like the core gameplay is the same, but yeah, you can't do that. Because I mean, if that were the case, 20XX wouldn't even exist.
Right.
Like, that's weird. I mean, we like 20XX, but it's very definitely a Mega Man spiritual successor.
Yeah.
Homage. Yeah.
But good luck to PixARK.
Yeah.
Don't wish anything bad on you, but I don't want to be surprised if it happens.
Yeah, so that'd be interesting to watch. You know, I'm gonna try and keep my eye on it, and so if something happens, we'll definitely report on it. Yep. And so moving on once again, we're going to briefly talk about A Way Out. We mentioned it in the last podcast, but we hadn't finished the game yet. And so now we've finished the game, and I actually wrote a review on it, which is on the website, but wanted to kind of just, I guess, was it debrief or whatever? Kind of like...
That would be a debriefing.
Yeah, just kind of debrief on the game. So what did you end up thinking of it overall?
I thought it was a really good experience. You have to put into perspective that it was only a $30 game. So, you know, obviously you didn't get the production value of a $60 game. But every part of the gameplay was there. It was mainly, in my opinion, a story-based game. It was kind of like a mix between I guess, somewhat of a shooter at the end, and a Telltale game, but a co-op Telltale game. I really liked it. I enjoyed it, and it was something new, something different, and I think they did a good job for what it was.
Yeah, and I mean, for it being a $30 game that only one person has to buy, but two people can actually
Yeah,
play
that
it,
was cool too.
I think that was it's hit the notch right on the head. Like if it was a $60 game that we both had to buy, then it might be a harder pill to swallow. But for what it was, I agree that it was definitely a fantastic experience, and I wholeheartedly recommend it. Actually, the thing that I noticed immediately, and I think Daniel eventually agreed with me, was that the voice acting was a little off. Like it just seems, I don't know, cheap, or they got like third-rate voice actors or something. But
and at the beginning, the writing was horrible. It was kind of funny because we were both ragging on the writing at the beginning, but then as the game progressed, it got better. So I don't know if if someone, when they were writing the story, they canned someone and brought someone else on, but didn't have the money to pay him for the beginning. I don't know how that worked out.
Maybe what they did was they kind of had the ending for the game planned out, and then all right, this is the end point, and we got kind of a middle, but we have no idea where to start. And so this part that they actually knew about was really good, and then they couldn't figure out how the fuck to get there. So just throw in some generic puns and some fucking greaser talk and whatever, and no one will give a shit. And I mean, at first we were like, yeah, what the fuck, but eventually by the end we did enjoy it. So if you haven't already, go and pick up A Way Out. Again, $30, two people can play.
The only downside is if you pick it up on PC, you have to use Origin.
Yes. We've discussed at length that we honestly don't believe that Origin should even be a platform.
Neither should you play.
Yes. Honestly, there should be one unified platform, and at this point it should be Steam, without a question. I mean, you agree,
I don't think
right?
there should be monopoly, but there should. There should definitely be competition, but nothing lives up to Steam, and that's a different conversation, I guess.
Well, it's fine. I mean, go off on a little tangent here or there, but Origin should not exist as a platform, and neither should Uplay.
Why isn't there just garbage platforms all in all? If there was another platform that was kind of like Steam, that we can, Steam works. I think that's the biggest thing. It works. I remember Uplay's gotten better, so I'm not going to poo-poo them on too much. But they used to be fucking shit. I remember, and this is probably a story I even said on another podcast, how we wanted to play Splinter Cell together, because I owned it before you, I had a different version of it. So you had to download the game. But you didn't know that you had to get into the game to download one patch, back out, get back in to download another patch. You had to do that 5 fucking times. And we spent hours just trying to figure out why you couldn't play with me.
Yep.
Then we finally figured out that Uplay is garbage.
Yeah, and the thing was that I would log in, try to play with them, and then it's like, why isn't this working? Let me restart the game, and then restart the game. Oh, there's another patch. And so okay, cool, I got the new patch. Try to play, it still wouldn't work. What the hell? Let me restart the game. Oh wait, there's another fucking patch. It wasn't immediate. It wasn't it downloads the new patch, and then oh, by the way, there's another patch, and then it downloads it, and then it downloads it, and then it downloads it, as a cycle. It was it downloads it, and then you think you're good to go.
Then it lets you play. It makes you play.
Yeah. And so then you're like, oh god.
I hate Uplay.
I hate Origin. So those platforms are just trash. So if you're listening to this, then I apologize. Just kidding. No, I don't. But yeah, A Way Out is definitely worth playing. The experiences are varied. The story is very well done, aside from the beginning. And yeah, I mean, because certain missions you're stealthily sneaking by, and then another one you're trying to figure out what you need to gather to escape, and then you're trying to shoot at cars while one person's driving. And
I do wish the gun mechanics were better. I felt the gun mechanics were a little the aiming was a little wonky. And I know that's not the premise of the game, but I felt it was a little too wonky for even the fact that that's not the focus, considering how much shooting there was in the game.
My thing was the damn invincible cop cars. Like,
Oh yeah, I remember that.
we're being chased by cops on this one section, and he's driving, and I'm in the back of a pickup, and I have a shotgun, and I'm like shotgunning these cop cars, and they're like on fire and exploded, and they're like ramming into walls and sides of the mountain and stuff, and then it's like, oh yeah, they're dead, and then nope, just kidding, back up and keep going. Like, the fuck? How does that even work?
Just send new cars at us.
Yeah, or don't make them goddamn indestructible. Like, what the fuck? But anyway, play that game.
It's good.
It's worth it. It's definitely worth it. So you want to talk about this one? The
Microsoft. Yeah, fuck you, Microsoft.
What we're gonna say first.
No, yeah, but that's going into it. It's like, for our next topic, fuck you, Microsoft. They're trying to take away our offensive language. So starting April 1st?
May 1st.
May 1st. Okay, yeah, that'll be tomorrow. Starting May 1st, you can't say bad words anymore.
Well,
it's offensive language, which I'm pretty sure bad words is already against the code of conduct.
Well, so the whole story is that the Microsoft's in their new service agreement that's going to take effect on May 1st this year, said that they are taking a stance against offensive language, but it doesn't say specifically just offensive language. The thing is it says like offensive language, offensive images, blah 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 blah, which sounds like the same old shit that's been in it. Like, you know, if you put like penis and dick and all this kind of stuff, like, you know, they'll obviously censor it or get you to change it or ban your account. Like, there's a lot of ways and actions that they can and will take. But for some reason, this one's different. Like, I guess it kind of ties back into what we were saying in the last episode about the Fair Play Alliance and companies trying to battle toxicity. It turns out that not Microsoft in particular, but Xbox as a company is in the Fair Play Alliance. And assuming, since it's a Microsoft console, the service agreement will tie into the Xbox. So soon enough, maybe those 14-year-olds on COD telling us to go fuck our moms, or they fucked our moms last night, or whatever, blah, 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 will get banned. Who knows? But I mean, we don't play COD anymore, so we won't even know.
I don't think this is going to change anything. I don't see how... Was offensive language allowed, first off? Like, it's just them trying to act macho towards this thing, and it goes back to what we were saying before. It's just them trying to act like they're doing something. When you can't solve this problem. It's people.
Yeah, exactly. You'd have to remove the whole human element in order to remove the problem entirely. But yeah, like I kind of agree with what you're saying. It's like the ESRB thing that we also talked about in one of our previous episodes, how they're trying to get the point across that they're actively doing something without actually doing anything. And so this might end up just being another one of those, I don't even know how to describe it. Just
I feel Blizzard's doing cool stuff with their Overwatch stuff coming up. How you can, I think it's a list of 3 people. How you can add them to a do not match list, so you will not be on their team for a whole month. But you can only queue up 3 people. So if someone else comes along, like I said, there's a 4th person, you have to decide, was he really worse than these 3 people? Well, I think it's cool because you can actively avoid someone, and that's how you can stay away from people that you don't mesh with. Because, you know, someone may be toxic towards you, but they may be like really like just mesh well with someone else. And then again, as we were saying before, toxic is kind of
vague.
It's vague, and I think it's more on the person who perceives the image rather than giving the image or giving the message. Because it's kind of like getting offended. I can tell you something, you get offended, and I can tell someone else something, and they'll think it's hilarious. Like who it's the same thing with toxicity. It's really more on the person who's receiving the message than actually saying it.
Yeah.
But
well, it's funny that you mentioned Overwatch specifically about that system, because I've been kind of doing that already, but normally I just like block.
But you still play with them. You just won't get any.
What I would do is I would block them, leave the match, and then wait, and then get back in.
You play quick play.
Well, not competitive.
Yeah.
But I wasn't. Yeah, I guess I don't know. Any mode but competitive, I assume. So if you block someone in competitive, you still get put with them.
No, yeah, because you're only blocking communication from them. You're not blocking them as a player.
Oh, see, that's what I thought it was doing. I thought it was
No.
blocking like their like I never want to see this guy again. Get the fuck out of here. 'Cause I've blocked a shitload of people. Mostly it's because they're garbage though. But yeah, speaking of Overwatch, I don't know if you've heard about the. I mean, I'm sure you've heard about the Hanzo rework, but
I saw the concept art.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was blue.
Yeah.
And like it's the thing coming out of
People
his
were
elbow.
complaining that it was obvious, and I'm like, I think that's the fucking point.
No, yeah, and the Your Overwatch did an excellent video of breaking that down, and by saying that actually I think Jeff mentioned it.
Kaplan.
Jeff Kaplan of the Overwatch team mentioned it on the forums that it is obvious, but the reason for that is because you have to know when it's coming. Like that's part of how the game is played. Like when Hanzo or Genji do their ults, they scream angry Japanese at you, and you know, like, fuck, I need to get out of there, or get behind a wall, or just figure something out, and that's how it is with everything. Like, nerf this, and hammer down, and so generally when these attacks are occurring. So if you could, the visual cues are very important, and so with Hanzo, even though the concept art, it's like, its arms blue or whatever, and like the bow is blue, and it glows, it's a visual cue.
I'm just glad to finally get rid of Scatter Arrow. I hate Scatter Arrow.
Yeah, that Scatter Arrow is trash, but so was Han. So we'll see. We'll see if he. I mean, who knows? Like, what if they make him like super badass, and then Hanzo main becomes like a positive thing?
Well, that's a lot of DPS in 1 second because they lower his from 125 to 90, right? But it's like 5 shot. It's like 1 shot a second.
I don't know. I didn't see how much, but
it's that's like a tank killer. If the tank like a Roadhog or something, just headshot. Like and the pros can do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say you gotta have somebody good, but yeah, somebody good could probably pull it off. You're not gonna have the average Overwatch player doing that.
Yeah, so I can see that being a really good ambush tool that requires skill rather than just Sketcher.
Then I think they're gonna do the fucking was it the thing that lets you see through walls and stuff, radar or whatever, sonic arrow. Yeah, do that so you know where they are, and then like, all right, he's about to come around the corner, or he's around the wall. Scatter.
Well, they said they're reworking Sonic too. They just haven't announced how they're reworking it. That's gonna be interesting.
That is gonna be interesting. I mean, because it's kind of like, I feel like they're kind of running out of ideas because there's only so much you can do. Like Widowmaker has her ultimate ability, the see through walls, infrared sight, whatever thing. The sonic arrow is essentially the same thing.
It's totally that's way different.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, like, in terms of what the things that you can do in the game, like Reinhardt has a shield, Orisa has a shield, fucking Symmetra has a shield.
But we thought that, and then they came out with Sombra, who fucking hack shit.
True, but I mean, so in terms of like what they can do in the future of Overwatch, like they could have fire, maybe.
I don't know, Brigitte or Brigetta. Brigitte came out of nowhere.
Sounds like
it didn't come out of nowhere.
Brigitte, but yeah.
A lot of people guessed that she was the next character, but her abilities, like, I think she's a pretty solid character for being a new character, like, and different. A healing tank, I think that's different.
Yeah, I mean, that's the reason why they get paid the big bucks to figure this shit out, and we don't. But I don't know. It'll just be interesting to watch and follow the continued development of Overwatch. So
yeah, it's cool. Even though I don't play as much as I used to, it's still cool to see the game growing.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe for lucky one day we'll get invited to BlizzCon. You're like, no, probably not.
Well, we can get paid. We can just pay to go.
Yeah, but paid to go versus being invited.
Yeah, true, but it's way easier just to pay our way in.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I think we mentioned before, but this guy over here is actually going to be going to E3 this year.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
So, like, do you know of anything that's already been announced aside from the Division 2?
Apparently, the Elite 2 controller is supposed to come out, which I'm really stoked about because I've been looking at modded controllers for when we're playing PC, and the reviews I've been seeing just says get the Elite, but they don't sell the Elite anymore. So I guess that's more for my own preference because most PC gamers do keyboard and mouse, and they'll shun me.
I mean, like, I was actually playing Far Cry 5 with Jason this morning for a little bit, and he was flying the plane, and on the controller, when you fly the plane, you can drop bombs, and you have to push, like, right trigger to or left trigger to look down, and then right trigger to drop the bomb. And then so I was letting him fly, and I was just chilling in the back, and he was supposed to drop a bomb, and he wasn't doing it. And the next thing you know, like I just hear him go ah, and I'm like, what happened? And then the fucking plane crashes, and I die. I'm like, what the fuck? Did you jump out or what? He was like, yeah, I was trying to figure out how to drop the bombs, and he jumped out of the fucking plane. I was like, oh my god, dude. I was like, I fucking told you what it was, the triggers. And he was like, I'm not playing with the controller. And I'm like, oh, all right. I'm like, why aren't you playing with the controller? He was like, it's a first-person shooter. I'm like, I guess. I mean, controller's just fun.
I don't know. I feel when a game properly supports controller, I can play against maybe not like the best of the best, but I can do pretty well against some certain people when they're playing keyboard and mouse.
Well, because it's kind of like Bane from The Dark Knight or whatever. Like, you just learned how to use controller. I was born in it. I was molded by it or whatever. So you know have a lot of controller experience.
I was doing pretty fine in Destiny. Granted, Destiny was a little bit out there. I don't know.
Yeah, that's another game that'd be interesting to kind of keep up with, because I mean we haven't played probably since the Osiris expansion, right?
Yeah, we're gonna get the next DLC because we fucking bought it, so we are gonna play it. I fucking bought the game.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just how good is it gonna be? Osiris was I liked it, but it was short and it wasn't worth it. Like what was there was good, but it wasn't worth the entering price.
Yeah, and then I mean Bungie's learning things as they go as well. Like initially they had locked people out of part of the game when Osiris
that
was
should
released.
not have been a lesson that you would have had to have learned.
I agree. It shouldn't have been a lesson they've had to learn, but unfortunately they did. So, and you specifically told me the other day that one of the things that Destiny is trying to do is now they're trying to be more upfront with the players and in terms of like roadmap for the future and all that, what's coming. They introduced like masterwork armor and masterwork weapons and stuff as a way to try to create more of like an end game or more grindy nature. But what I was gonna say was they just released the Go Fast update, right? And
that was like a month ago.
Okay, so like yeah, and you're saying people weren't really.
No, who gives a shit? If you didn't want to play the game to begin with because it sucked, me being able to collect currency faster doesn't do anything. It sucked to begin with. Like there was nothing to do. Me doing it faster doesn't make it better. Like there's still nothing to do.
Well, I mean, I understand that point. Trust me, I believe that. But I guess it's just kind of like they're trying to kind of the Division their game. Like they want to show that they're still working on it and release new updates for it and patches and whatnot to try and make the game better. But they're just being too slow about it, I guess, in terms of like what the players want and what they're able to do right now.
I think that they have a one-up on Division in terms of coming back, because from what I've read for most people and even you, the Division did turn it around. I'm just not interested in revisiting it yet. Maybe around D2. But Destiny has a whole expansion that people have already paid for. So because a lot of people were hyped from Destiny 1. So they went all out and bought the season pass with the game. This is their one chance to turn it around because a lot of people committed to it based off of prior success. Division didn't have that. So I think that they're really trying to put out a good expansion too, because they know that if they don't get people here, then no one's going to give a fuck about their next major release. Like not meaning Destiny 3, but how they have the whole like every year they release something. So like this year should be I guess this year is the big one. Like, I guess every 2 years. They announced a certain timeline about how I guess the Destiny was supposed to come out every 2 years, and then the off year would be a new big expansion. So I guess this would be the big expansion.
Yeah, I mean I think that's what the roadmap said, but.
Well, they have time to turn it around, is what I'm trying to say, because people have already bought the content. The Division, a lot of people held out because it was an unfamiliar franchise.
Yeah, like a new IP.
Yeah. Which
they've, changed a bunch from their initial showing as well, which we've also covered previously, so no need to get into that. But, yeah.
I hope they do. I don't mind hating on the game if it sucks, because it does suck right now. But I would have liked it to be good. I spent $90 on it? I would have liked to be good.
Well, I mean, we don't need to get into cost versus good games because we both.
Sea of Thieves is the champion of that ship.
Well, that's not true. I just don't. I didn't want to mention it on the podcast though, unless you specifically want me to say it.
I don't know what you're talking about then.
HR.
Oh, well, that's my fault for putting. That's my fault for donating that much money.
Yeah.
Well, like the game itself, you can go get for like $20.
Yeah, because no one plays it anymore, right?
No, actually, people are playing it.
Oh.
I've heard it's actually gotten decent. This is in my indie video.
Oh, okay.
I just don't mention the name.
Oh.
I didn't want to shit on it.
Yeah, fair enough. So now if you correlate those two videos, you'll figure it out. So that's another reason to check out more of our videos on our channel so you can know the insider stuff and what we have going on, our inside jokes and whatnot. Yeah, I want to say that there's only one specific thing we want to mention here before we close it out. Do you want to go ahead?
Contest!
Oh! Yep.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay, so we're going to be giving away some Dauntless beta codes, or a Dauntless beta code, along with the PAX swag that comes along with it. It's an exclusive in-game item that you can only get if you attended PAX. I'm not too sure if it was any PAX or just PAX South. I'm guessing any PAX.
Yeah, because it's just, so what it is, it's an in-game flare, and it just shoots into the sky and says PAX. It doesn't specifically say PAX South,
Yeah.
but I'm trying to know if the color scheme indicates that it's PAX South, because it's black, like the word PAX is black, and then the background is like green, like almost cyanish.
Yeah, PAX South's theme was orange.
Okay, so then no.
Yeah.
No, it's probably just a generic PAX thing. So, yeah, we're going to be giving that
More
away.
about PAX South right now.
Yeah. So we're going to be giving those codes away in the next podcast episode we're going to be doing. In order to enter, you can see our specific giveaway video, or what we'll say right now is on this video right here, this episode 5 podcast, we are going to want you to comment and like this video, and you will be entered to win.
And we'll pick someone randomly. We'll find a way to do it. If we have to assign all the comments a number and go to Wolfram Alpha and just do random number, we'll do that.
Well, I mean, there's like random things online too.
Yeah, we'll figure out a way.
Yeah, we'll definitely do a random so everyone will have a chance.
We'll announce it in the next video, so watch that video and be sure to DM us, and we'll send you the information that you need. Yeah.
We'll figure out, once we get to that bridge, we'll figure out how to cross it. But for now, just keep your eyes peeled to the channel. This is another way of us saying thank you, as we mentioned earlier, for supporting us, and we're going to turn around and give back to you guys. And also, since we're going to be giving away these Dauntless beta codes, just keep your eye out for maybe a Dauntless video or two coming in the future. So. And
I'm going to have to give away that Ghost Recon code sometime soon, because that expires in May.
Wink.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're definitely going to be having more giveaways in the future as well. So just keep it locked to the That Damn Brand YouTube page and the thatdamnbrand.com website, and we'll have all the information for you.
Hey guys, see you later.
Yep, don't forget to like and comment on this video for your chance to win, and we'll see you guys next time.
Also subscribe.
And please subscribe, yes. Bye.
Laters.